Hi there folks, and welcome to the What Solutions for this week's The Daily Rigour, issue number 202. On to our first story this week. It's a literacy story, and there was an online study revealing adults' literacy habits. So in a survey of 3,000 customers, only 35% of them said they'd not read an entire book in the last 5 years. I think that's an incredible statistic. Anyway, incredibly bad. But how do we work out 35% of 3,000? Well, there's lots of different ways you can do it. I'll go for the tried and trusted mental strategy. So we find 10% first by dividing by 10 to get 300. We can then find 5% by halving the 10%. So half of 300 is 150. We can then get 30% by multiplying the 10% by 3. So 300 times 3 is 900. And then 35% is just the 5% and the 30% added together. So 150 add 900 is 1050. So part B, 2/3 of the adults surveyed said they would like to read more. So we're basically working out 2/3 of 3,000. And to do that, first of all, we find 1/3 by dividing by 3, and then we can multiply our answer by 2 to get 2/3. So 3,000 divided by 3 is 1,000, and 1,000 times 2 is 2,000. So part C, 44%'s favourite genre was crime. So how can we get 44%? Well, I would say probably without a calculator, it's best to use a similar strategy to part A. So to get this 4%, we could get 1% first of all, and we get 1% by dividing by 100. So 3,000 divided by 100, if we move everything down 2 place values, is 30. So we can get 4% by multiplying the 1% by 4. So 4 times 30 is 120. So 10% we've already got is 300. So we can get straight to 40% now by multiplying the 10% by 4. So 4 times 300 is 1,200. And then to get 44%, we just add the 4% and the 40% together. So 120 add 1,200 is 1,320. So hopefully in these unprecedented times, the adults in your life can maybe get a wee bit more of a chance to read. That would be wonderful. Maybe you can encourage them to do that. So if they've got the time. So on to our entertainment story. So forget those books. The Rise of Skywalker is coming to Disney Plus just in time for Star Wars Day, which is of course tomorrow, Monday the 4th of May. It's actually my dad's 70th, but never mind. So anyway, we're being asked to add up all these Roman numerals, which represent the saga order. So obviously we're basically just been asked to add up episode 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on and so forth all the way up to the Rise of Skywalker, which is episode 9. So you could just add them up individually. So 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 add 3 is 6, 6 add 4 is 10, add 5 is 15, add 6 is 21, add 7 is 28, add 8 is 36, and then add 9 is 45. But we were asked to try and come up with a really quick way to calculate it. So you could use something called the summation formula, which is actually just n multiplied by n plus 1, then divided by 2. So what on earth does that mean? Well, let's find out. So we're basically adding up all the numbers from 1 to 9. So n is going to stand for 9, as in we're adding up to the 9th number. So we can do 9 and then we're multiplying these terms together. So it's 9 multiplied by 9 with 1 added on, which of course is 10, and then divide by 2. So 9 times 10 is 90, 90 divided by 2 is 45. So that if you knew that formula and how to use it, that was a really quick way to add them all up, wasn't it? But of course technically the answer should be in Roman numerals, because that's what we started with. So 40 is XL, so to get the 45 we're going to have to put a V for 5 after that. So the final answer was XLV. Okay, so on to our unbelievable story from Colorado, where a man wins a $1 million lottery prize twice in one day with the same numbers. So they've got to be the luckiest numbers in the world, and here they are below. So the first one's minus 3 add 7, which means we start down at negative 3 and go up 7, which takes us up to positive 4. So our second one, square root of 196. So we might not know square roots up that high, but most people only know square roots up to 169 because the square root of 169 is 13. Well, 196 is quite close to 169, so you can make a good educated guess that that would be 14. So a third of 51, we divide 51 by 3, and that's going to give us 17. So which number is the sum of three consecutive perfect squares like this? So 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, and when we add all them together we get 29. So then a little order of operation question, so we've got to do the multiply before the add. So 4 times 7 is 28, so we're really just doing 2 add 28, which is 30. And then last we're asked to find 2/3 of 51. We've already got 1/3, so all we have to do is multiply the 17 by 2 to get 34. And there, folks, are the world's luckiest lottery numbers. So our last story was to do with a man being saved from a $500,000 bet, because apparently in Quebec law, any bet where you're wagering yourself against someone else, it's got to involve skill and not just chance. And that was where we actually shared with you the results of this scientific study, where winners tend to stick to their winning action, while losers tend to switch to the next action in the sequence rock, paper, scissors. I actually tried this with my daughter and won 7 in a row. Now I wondered if any of you guys actually managed to win 10 in a row. If you did, make sure you share your stories with us, either on Twitter or Facebook, or drop us a wee email. But anyway, folks, that was the word solutions for this week's problems. We hope you enjoyed solving them as much as we did writing them. Stay tuned for next week's edition, when we're going to be looking at more stories from the news of the week and the numbers behind them. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and bye for now.